Now we are moving to English session. Today is our 1934th day of continuous webinar. Thank you all the participants and faculties for joining with us. Today's our guest is Dr. Sanjiv Kumar Singh. Before beginning the session, we'll have a silent prayer. There is an echo, right? Okay, we'll have a silent prayer. So welcome all the participants once again. Today is our 1934th day. Today's our guest is Dr. Sanjiv Kumar Singh. He's MD in Homeopathy and professor in the Department of Repertory at JD Medical College, Homeopathic Medical College, Patna, and president of HMAI in Bihar. And he's a classic homeopath and teaching even he's teaching repertory also to everyone. Presently president of Homeopathic Medical Association of India in Bihar state branch, and participated many national and international seminar and presented papers in many seminars and presented paper presentation and many I'm not telling everything because we have only 1 hour. I'm inviting Dr. Sanjiv Singh to IFPH webinar. You are most welcome, sir. You can start now, please.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ajni ma'am. And thanks to the IFPH for inviting me once again. I had been so many time in Hindi session and English session too. Today also I'm presenting my paper and my experience, going to share my experience. Ma'am, I can share my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Start. Okay.
Okay. It's a visible, no?
Yes, yes. Correlation between rubrics and medicine.
Medicine, yeah. So
visible and
my topic is correlation between rubric and medicine. So going to start. I'm starting this topic with my homeopathic journey, which is just started in 1992 when I joined homeopathy. Repertory was not as an important subject. It was not in discussion. When I joined the college, no, at that time, nobody was talking about the repertory. Most of the people, they used to talk about organon of medicine and materia medica. And especially, I belongs to Bihar, so nearby this West Bengal, no. So people usually talk about this Allen's keynote and say that if you have mastered over the Allen's keynote, there is no problem in homeopathy. There is no problem in future, no problem for the practice and all. But nobody was talking about the repertory. Hardly I heard about the repertory, and especially because it was my the first day you are going to the homeopathy and you are not aware with all the subject of the homeopathy. So only materia medica and organon was there. But I feel fortunate that I joined homeopathy uh, due to Dr. Sahani sir and being guided by Dr. M.K. Sahani sir and Dr. B. Sahani, father of Dr. M.K. Sahani sir also. So when I went to Dr. Sahani clinic, the first book in my hand was Kent Repertory. Before having this anatomy book, physiology book, pathology book, the very first book I got in my hand from the from the homeopathic side, it was Kent Repertory. And each rubrics of mind chapter was translated in Hindi and was written besides. So it was very surprising for me and very easy for me to understand the repertory and to understand the rubric because it was translated. Before me, there were so many doctors. They were used to come to Dr. Sahani clinic to learn the repertory and to learn the rubric. To Dr. B. Sahani, even Dr. M.K. Sahani. So some of the doctors, they were working with him and they had translated all the rubric, or especially the mind rubric, they had translated, and it was written by the pencil. So it was translated in Hindi. So it became very easy for me to understand the rubric. And this book was used by great Dr. B. Sani, father of my guru, Dr. M.K. Sahani, sir. So it was the first book in my hand, the Kent Repertory. Fortunately, I got guidance from late Dr. B. Sani too. And the lesson which he had taught me, still it is in my memory, that if you want to be a good homeopath, try to understand the mind of the patient, especially the mental symptoms and language of the repertory and correlation of the medicine with rubrics. This was, you can say, the punchline which I got to understand the homeopathy, to understand, not only to understand the repertory, to understand the homeopathy. So he said mental symptoms. If you are mastering the mental symptoms of the patient, you will understand the whole patient as a whole, because he taught me that the mind of the patient is like an iceberg. What you see, the one part, if you are seeing the iceberg, no, that is the one part, and three part, the one third, and third part, one third part be under the water. So it is very difficult to understand the patient or as a person in one instance. So if you are mastering the mental symptoms, if you have the idea how to take the mental symptoms, it will become very easy for you to understand the patient as a whole. So this line, no. And another thing, after understanding the rubric, you'll have to correlate the medicine which is included in that particular rubric. This is very important. Why that particular medicine is there, and what is the reason behind that? Why not other medicines are there? So this is very important. So you will have to go through that, and then only you can understand the actual meaning of that particular rubric. So this thought I got from late Dr. B. Sahani. This is the photograph of Dr. B. Sahani. Now the question is, what do you mean by the language of the repertory? And what do you mean by correlation between rubrics and medicine? This is very important. So the language of repertory, and what do you mean by correlation between rubrics and the medicine? So we have to try to understand the language of the repertory, means because so many things are there. The literal meaning is quite different, but when that particular word is coming in repertory, the meaning got changed. The quite different. And the correlation between rubrics and medicine, this is also very important. Day by day, our repertory is getting swelling with lots of information. And especially if I talk about the synthesis repertory, which is based on the Kent repertory, day by day getting swelled, means lot of information from the so many sources, from so many doctors, they are contributing, and so many new rubrics are coming, so many new medicines, even the old medicines they are adding. So now it become very we have to be very careful to use such type of the things, to use such type of the repertory, especially the synthesis repertory. And if I talk about the new generation, it become more difficult and more carefulness. We need more carefulness to use this synthesis repertory. Especially the young generation, they have more responsibility to, just a minute, more responsibility increased to be more methodical, and it need to be methodical. If I'm talking about the language, it means the understanding of the author, verified clinically and matched with the theme of the medicine. Understanding of the author, this is very important. Why that particular medicine has been put over there, this is very important. What was in the mind of the author at that time, and what he got particularly in that particular medicine, and the understanding about the rubric and how he correlated, this is very important, because we know two type of repertory is there. The first one is the Puritan group of the repertory, and second one is the logico-utilitarian group. You all know about this. So logico-utilitarian means that people are using their own language. People are using their own, logic. So if I am no suggesting some medicine for any particular type of the rubric, that this medicine should be included in this particular rubric, it means that the my understanding become more important, and what I found in that particular medicine and how I correlated with that particular medicine with that particular rubric is more important than what other are thinking and what other are trying to understand. So the author understanding become more important, and author depends on the verification on clinically and the theme of the medicine, how they took the theme of the medicine. This is also very important. Some of the doctors, they think that the medicine to be understand on the basis of doctrine of signature. Some doctors, they think about the medicine, and especially if I'm talking about the theme, so based on the mental symptoms, some are thinking about the hot and cold. So it depends. So the author understanding become more important for us. With example of this particular rubric, fastidious, we all know about this fastidiousness. There is a rubric in Kent repertory, fastidious, and there is only two medicine, arsenic album and nux vomica. We all know about this, arsenic album and nux vomica. Now, from the Kent repertory, we are talking about the Kent repertory. So arsenic album and nux vomica. What was the thought of Kent? It depends on the Kent totally. Now we interpret, we put our logic that why Kent put arsenic album and nux vomica over there. And it should be reflected through the medicines also. But in synthesis repertory, when we go, you will find 77 medicine is there in synthesis repertory nowadays. Kent repertory, only two medicine, arsenic and nux vomica, but in synthesis repertory, 77 medicine. What does it mean? It simply means that the 75 type of the different fastidious medicines or fastidious character is there and is to be found by the different author, not by the Kent, but from the by the different author. Suppose we are talking about the nux vomica and arsenic album, sulfur is also included there in the fastidious. Now sulfur, when you will go to the sulfur, we all know that especially if we talk about the external appearance of the sulfur, we all know that the sulfur is dirty type of the personality. By the appearance, sulfur consider as a dirty type of the personality. But if we are talking about the fastidious, according to the Kent, it should not be there, and it is not there in Kent repertory. But if we are thinking in a different way, sulfur is included in the fastidious. Why? Because Kent has clearly mentioned over there. We used to think about the fastidious when I joined the homeopathy at that time. If the person is coming to the clinic and saying that I love cleanliness, I love keeping the things very neat and clean. So cleanliness and neat and clean, this is the basic theme of the fastidiousness according to the Kent. According to the Kent. So this is the reason behind only two medicines are there. Sulfur, pulsatilla, and other medicines is not over there. Why I'm talking about this? You will see fastidious. The literal meaning of the fastidious is difficult to please, wanting everything to be perfect. This is the literal meaning. But when we go to the Kent repertory, you will not find this particular rubric, cleanliness, cleanness, desire for. This is the new rubric added in synthesis repertory. So if there is cleanness, desire for, there is no need to have this particular rubrics. If the person is telling you or saying that I love neat and clean things, I love saaf safai and all these things, no, if the person is talking about this, so you will have to take the cleanness desire for according to the synthesis repertory. So simultaneously they are putting so many medicines in fastidious also. So what does it mean? Kent has clearly mentioned that if the person is talking about the cleanliness, there is only one rubric, and that is the fastidious. So if we are working according to the Kent, for the cleanliness, there is only one rubric, that is the fastidiousness. But if we are going through the synthesis repertory, for the cleanliness, there is other rubrics, particular rubrics, which is cleanliness, tidiness is also over there. But fastidious, it's a quite different thing. Fastidious is related with difficult to please, wanting everything to be perfect. And this is the reason behind this particular meaning compel the author to put the sulfur, pulsatilla, carcinosin, and other medicine, other 75 medicine under the fastidiousness. Now, the important thing is that suppose sulfur is there. Who is the author of this inclusion? Dr. Farooq J. Master. Dr. Carcinosin, Dr. Vithal Kos. So now the thought of the Vithal Kos, thought of the Farooq Master become more important about this particular rubric, fastidious, and correlation of this particular medicine, like the carcinosin, sulfur, pulsatilla, why they have put over there. I think if we go through, use the synthesis repertory, we'll have to consider this particular meaning, difficult to please, wanting everything to be perfect. And if we go through the Kent repertory, the only cleanness and neat, clean things, we will go to the arsenic and nux vomica. So this is my personal experience, which I have experienced in the clinic also, that if I am using the Kent repertory and the person is fastidious, at that time only two medicine is there reflected, arsenic and nux vomica. But if I am using the synthesis repertory, there are so many options, 77 options, but different, in a different way, I have to think about the fastidiousness. So many medicines are there, and all are fastidious in a different way. Someone is fastidious for the philosophical bent of mind, I can say, like the sulfur. Carcinosin, if I'm talking about the carcinosin, it is fastidious for the family growth and family support. If I'm talking about the pulsatilla, fastidious for the personal appearance. So in a different way, I have to think about the fastidious and about that particular medicine. So cleanness, why I put this particular slide over here? Because when you will go to the cleanness in Kent repertory, there is no rubrics. To understand the cleanness means fastidiousness. The answer is understanding the actual meaning of the mentioned rubric and its correlation with medicine included in it. This is very important. And the actual meaning of the rubric is totally depends on the interpretation by the author, and author interpretation depends on their own experiences, whether clinical or referential. So doctor, if I'm talking about Dr. Farooq Master, Dr. Vithal Kos, or any other doctor, so it depends on their clinical experience or from some references. They have got the idea, they have got the information, and according to that, they have put that particular medicine in that particular rubric. For example, I'm going through this particular rubric. We have a rubric in our general chapter, food and drinks, bread desire. This is also from the synthesis repertory. Bread desire. I have put the particular picture of the bread, sliced bread over here, but we cannot mean it with chapati or roti, which is very famous in our country. We all know when you will go and talk to this today also. I was in a classroom and I was talking to the student with this particular rubric. So I asked, if the patient says to you that I love chapati or I love roti, what rubric will be applied over there? So they said very, casually they said bread desire for. But bread desire, it does not mean the chapati. It does not mean the roti, which we are using in our country. It simply means with the sliced bread. And this is less fibrous food. There is less fiber. Because at that time when this rubrics was prepared, and I think till today, they are not aware with the chapati and the roti. In European country, in American country, nobody is using or nobody knows about the chapati and roti. They all are using the sliced bread or loaf bread. And when we go to the sub rubric of this particular rubric, it becomes very easy to understand the meaning of this particular rubric. Bread desire for. So bread desire for boiled in milk, butter and bread, cheese and bread, dry bread, evening only bread, rye bread, toasted bread, and white bread. So it's simply this sub-rubric also guide us to understand the rubric, the meaning of the rubric. So we should try to go through the sub-rubric also if we are finding some difficulty to understand what is the actual meaning of the particular rubric. So we should try to go through the sub-rubric also. We get some guidance from there also. Like the rye bread, no, rye bread, it simply means that the bread made with rye flour, typically dark in color and white and with dense chewy texture. So it's a quite different with the chapati and the roti. So we should not get confused with such type of the presentation or such type of the rubric. No. So bread desire for. Another one is also the mind carried desire to be carried. Mind carried desire to be carried. Uh, I have heard so many times there is some doctors they are using this particular rubric. If the patient says that doctor I want to be get cured very fast, जल्दी ठीक होना चाहते हैं. In Hindi, if we say no, that the जल्दी ठीक होना चाहते हैं doctor. So want to become the healthy very fast. So at that time, they use this particular rubric. But I don't think that this statement should be considered as a mind carried desire to be carried. There is quite different thing. This particular rubric, no, and meaning of this particular rubric, I don't think that, and I have never used. And sometimes I have discussed with so many doctors, those they are using this particular rubric, no, that I want to be get cured very fast, and they are using carried desire to be carried. Why? Because when you will go to the sub rubric, you will find cares and ameliorate. The first one is desire to be carried, ameliorate, cares and means the carried desire to be and cares. Croup in during the cough, croup and fast, very fast, fondled and let down will not be. Then shoulder over the sitting up, slowly, soothing. So if we think that the person is saying, Doctor, I want to become cure very fast, what will be the meaning of carried desire to be slowly? Doctor, I want to be get cured very slowly. Nobody is going to tell us like this, no? So this should not be get wrongly interpreted. We should go through the sub rubric and try to find out the particular meaning of that particular. Why? Because you will see the medicine which is included in that particular rubric. No, I think it is not visible. Chamomilla, yeah, chamomilla is quite visible over there. Sina is also there, and we all know chamomilla. What type of the personality is there? Sina, what type of the personality is there? Shoulder over the. So if you are carrying the child and the child is getting pressurized their abdomen, they feel good, it is Sina. And if the person, the boy, the child getting pressurized over the chest, it is chamomilla. So it's a pure somato-psychic presentation of the symptoms. So we should not get confused. Psychosomatic and somato-psychic. So it's a purely somato-psychic. First, they are getting relief with the physical, on the physical level, and then the mental level too. So we should not get confused. Such type of the presentation, we should not get wrongly interpreted. So carrot desire to be. Weeping carrot when? Quite only when carrot child is. Child is quite only when carrot when. No? So chamomilla. There is only two remedy, and that is the chamomilla and Sina. And this is from the Kent repertory, from the Kent Materia Medica. You can see over there, no? You can see over there. So only two medicines there. And when you will go to the chamomilla and Sina, no? The theme of the chamomilla and Sina, We all know about this. So we should not get confused such type of the presentation, and we should not go for the wrong interpretation. Associated word also plays a great role to understanding the actual meaning of the rubric. Now I'm coming in a different to the different uh, thought. By this, we can understand the rubric, the meaning of the rubric. Associated word. This also plays a great role. The rubric is admiration excessive. There is only one rubric, and that is the secuta virosa. Admiration excessive. When we go to the dictionary and try to find out the meaning of the admiration, we know, we all know that, and we all do, we admire someone else in our life. We all somewhat know we admiring by to the parents, to the guru, or to the film star, or to the cricketer. We all are admiring somewhat, to some extent. But excessive word become very important to understand this particular rubric. Excessive. If it is not excessive, it's very common. But once this excessive word is associated, it become rubric. And admiration excessive, the medicine. I'm talking about the correlation between rubric and medicine. So secuta virosa, when you will go to the secuta virosa, you can understand very easily what is the exact meaning of this particular rubric and why this secuta virosa is included over there. Now you can see the secuta virosa. The first line you can see over here, childish behavior, silly, childish behavior, and silly, excited. Silly, excited. The person, those who are having childish behavior or silliness, foolishness, they can do such type of the things. They admire all the time talking about, I follow him, I admire him, and all the time taking the name of that particular person, following the styles, the way of the talking, the way of the walking, everything. No, so admiring excessively, admiration excessive. So this the associated word become very important to understand this particular rubric. And the medicine also, the secuta virosa. Why only secuta virosa is there? There are so many medicines. When we talk about the insanity and other symptoms of the insanity and foolishness, no, the belladonna also very important. But belladonna is not so important like the secuta virosa. Childish behavior and silliness, excited, is very important for the secuta virosa. So this become very important. Try to understand with the associated symptoms or associated word also. The similarly for second feeling, when you will go to the for second. So for second meaning, it's a quite different. For second means the rejected or dejected, useless. There is no use. But this feeling word become very important. If the feeling is not there, the value of this particular rubric is nothing over there. For second feeling, for second feeling, usually we talk about, when we talk about the retired person or old person, no, they used to complain also that nobody is there in family and caring me. In spite of that, everyone in the family, they are caring. Everyone, they are taking care of the old people, no, old person, elderly person. But in spite of that, they feel that this is the feeling, this is not the reality, this is the feeling. They feel that nobody is there to take care of mine. So if this feeling is there, then this rubric will be applied. Once the feeling is not there, this rubrics become no use of that. And if there is reality, we have the rubrics elements from neglected being. We will go for the another rubric. But if the feeling is there, in spite of the care and worries of the family, if the person is saying that there is no one is caring, the feeling become very important. And you can see the aurum metallicum, it's very important medicine over there. Other medicines are also there, so many medicines, more than 100 medicines is there. But if I talk about the one medicine like the aurum metallicum, so when you will go to the aurum metallicum, the theme of the aurum metallicum, the depression, the sadness, and they feel that I have committed a lot of crime in my life, and there is only one way of getting out of this, the committing the suicide. So the sadness is very important. No, depression and loathing of life. This is the reason behind. This is the reason behind this particular medicine is included in uh, the forsaken feeling, the depression and loathing of life. We all know about the aurum metallicum, especially the second phase of the aurum metallicum. The first phase, they don't care about anything, but patient usually come in the second phase, in the depressive phase and loathing of the life. And this is the reason behind other medicines like the sorinum is also there. Sorinum is also the same thing, no? The poverty and the feeling of dirtiness, feeling of worthless, feeling of useless, and suicidal disposition is also there. Sorinum is also very important remedy for the sadness, and especially in soric condition. When you will go to the repertory, there is only one rubric, only one medicine, that is the sorinum. In sadness due to itching suppressed, there is only one remedy, that is the sorinum. So sadness is very important for the sorinum, aurum metallicum, natrum silicata, pulsatilla. Pulsatilla also feel forsaken, no? In desert, nobody is there to take care of that. This is the reason behind this pulsatilla is included, and it is in third grade, bold, not in italic and not in the common Roman. So these are the medicine very important in forsaken feeling. So this is the correlation. This is the thematic inclusion of the medicine in rubric, and this way also we can try to understand the meaning of the rubric and correlation of the rubric with the medicine. Another important aspect is that the correlation between rubric and medicine is, and this is the beauty of the repertory. I can say this is the beauty of the repertory. And the beauty of the repertory is that there is one rubric in the mind. This is from the synthesis repertory, but you can see the inclusion of the medicine from the Boger, Fatak. Boger and Fatak, even the Kent has also mentioned in their Materia Medica. Mind whistling fever during. Mind whistling fever during. How beautifully incorporated in the medicine on the basis of medicine's mechanism of its effect. And theme, I can say the theme of the medicine, mind whistling fever during. So many time I have discussed with my student, no, whistling, we used to think about, playing some music or related with the music or with the song, but it's a not related. It's a, I can say it's a symbolic. It's a whistling, it's symbolic, and especially during the fever. And the medicine is the capsicum. So when you will go to the no, the theme of the capsicum, this particular medicine, or when you will think about the medicine capsicum, or the chewing the capsicum, the cayenne, we call it the cayenne, no, capsicum. What happened? We get heated our body, and we used to do like this, and lot of heat is there. So it's a symbolic. So if someone is doing like this, especially during the fever, you can think about the capsicum. This is the beauty of incorporation of the medicine in particular rubric. Capsicum, whistling fever during capsicum. You can understand with this particular picture also. Just imagine what happened after eating the capsicum or chili, no? So the same thing happening with the patient. Patient feels heated, their body, all over the body, and doing like this, taking the breath inside and exhaling. So such type of the presentation you will find. So this is the I can say beauty of the incorporation of the medicine under the rubric whistling fever during. Similarly, you can find next rubric, and that is the mind colors, nail, desire to paint. Mind colors, nails, desire to paint. This is also from the synthesis repertory. This is very common for the female. Female are used to paint their nail. But sometimes we have seen in our clinic, so many patients are coming, and they have painted their nail. They in our locality in Bihar, I can say, and I don't know in other state also, especially during the marriage and the festive time, they used to do this, painting the nail, putting some the mehendi and all, no, so coloring their nails and all. So this become very important if a male is using such type of the things and painting their nails. For the female, this is very common. So we have to take uncommon things. So mind colors, nail, desire to paint. there is only one remedy, and that is the Falco pigeon. This is incorporated by Misa Norland. I think Misa Norland, or some name I'm not pronouncing particularly. So Misa, I think Dr. Misa has incorporated this particular. When you will go to the picture of this, the falcon pigeon, you can understand the meaning of that particular medicine's rubric, as well as the theme of that particular medicine, how colorful it is, the claw, the wings, the whole, the word is colorful, and affinity to the color is very important. The nail you can see, the leg you can see, the wings you can see. So affinity for the color is there. So this is the basic theme, or basic, the base is there to incorporate this particular medicine in this particular rubric: mind, colors, nail, desire to paint. So this way we can understand the meaning of the rubric, as well as why this particular medicine is incorporated, and theme of the medicines too. So this is very important to incorporate all these things together, so we can understand. Knowledge of materia medica is very important, but I can say it's a flat tuning of the information, whereas repertory is fine tuning of information of materia medica. We all know, the repertory has already came from repertoire, and meaning of the repertoire is fine tuning. So getting the information, getting the knowledge from the different type of the materia medica, the clinical materia medica and thematic materia medica, but everything get incorporated in the repertory, and through the repertory we used to do the fine tuning. So repertory consists rhythmic information, and rhythm is always soothing. Now, the conclusion is that the actual meaning of the rubric should always considered according to the author's correlation of the medicine with rubric based on theme of the medicine, and most important, alignment of the rubrics, medicines, and presenting symptoms of the disease. This is very important. As I talked about the correlation of the medicine, theme, author's thought is very important. What the author has thought about that. So one example I can give you, that when we asked to the patient, and it was asked to me also, that write some demerit of the repertory, and there is one, I cannot say that is the particular demerit of that particular Kent repertory, but I have seen, when you will go to the Kent repertory in book form, to the ringworm, it has been mentioned over there, cross reference like C. herpetic sarcinate. Herpes is viral, and it's a quite different thing, but ringworm, it's a fungal. But what was the thought about the ringworm in Kent's mind? Nobody can tell, and we cannot doubt about the Kent's knowledge. We cannot say that the Kent had no idea. Kent had no idea. But what was the thought at that time in Kent's mind? Because when we go to the no the actual meaning, or actual the causation of the ringworm, you will find it's a fungus. When you will go to the herpes, you will find it's a viral. But it has been mentioned over there, when you go to the ringworm, it has been referred to the herpes sarcinate. But so this is very important, that the what author has thought about that particular rubric, and why it has been cross referred with the herpes. So this is very important. And another one is that the theme of the medicine, which we have already talked about. Every medicine has their own theme, the doctrine of the signature, and theme should be based and decided through the doctrine of the signature, the origin of the medicine. On the basis of that, we can think about the theme of the medicine. And the most important, the last one, is the alignment is also very important, which I was talking about, the fine tuning. So alignment of the rubric, medicine, and presenting symptoms of the disease. Presenting means, especially when we are going to treat the acute condition. At that time, we used to say that, and I have what I have learned from my teachers, from my guru, is that going to treat the acute disease. At that time, you have to take the presenting symptoms along with the alteration in the mind and few characteristic symptoms. So aligning these three information become very important, and on the basis of that, we get the remedy, we get the solution for that particular disease. So this is all about the correlation between rubric and medicine. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Sanjiv. Really, it's a wonderful presentation, and you have mentioned many points that we are not aware about.
Thank you, ma'am.
And one more thing I noticed, as you said, while we are studying, we are more concentrating on materia medica. That is true.
Yes.
And even organelle also.
Yeah.
Organelle also we are not giving importance. While treating the patient only, we are seeing the organelle repertory and all. Otherwise, while studying, main point is we have to finish the exam. Exam point of view.
Yeah.
Concentrating.
Yeah.
Then the materia medica we are concentrating, because we are all noticing all the symptoms they have treated with this medicine. Another one is treated with the same medicine.
Other
so
medicine, yeah.
in our mind we are thinking that we will also shoot with the same medicine.
Same medicines, yeah. Yeah.
That is in our mind.
Yeah.
As you said, while treating only, and I think we have to, you are successfully joined with the Sahani group, Sahani sir and all, so you got the idea in the beginning itself. So that
I feel fortunate. I'm fortunate.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Otherwise, all of us are don't care about such things. Then only after we are getting the success, only we are thinking what is the mistake with us. Then only we are going behind all these things. Anyway, thank you so much. And the participants, if you have any questions, you can ask to Dr. Sanjiv. You can stop sharing your.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
If anyone is having some queries, you can ask.
Recently, I have experienced with this. I was talking about Suriname, no?
Yeah.
So, yeah, one patient, she is our student, and she telephoned me. She was suffering from psoriasis very badly, whole body, girl, no, unmarried girl. And you can understand what was the condition. So she telephoned me and she started crying over the phone, and she said, "I have decided to commit suicide. It's a better to die instead of living such type of the life." So suddenly these things triggered, and I recall the rubric sadness, itching suppressed from. There is only one remedy, that is the Suriname, and you cannot believe. Few students are joined this class. They are watching, and they have seen that particular girl, no, and I congratulate to that that particular girl, that she had got engaged and she is going to be get married, and everything is clean. So such type of the things happen when you are very much particular about the inclusion of the rubric, and understanding you have the about inclusion of the medicine, and understanding about the rubric, no.
Sadness, suppression of
sadness, we go to the mind, sadness, then itching suppressed from, or eruption suppressed from. There is only one medicine, that is the Suriname. And similarly, ma'am, there is a rubric. I have remembered another case also. She was suffering from asthma. She was having respiration difficult. She was from Lucknow, and I was talking to her, no, while taking the history, and she has started crying, and she said she was quite depressed, and she said, "Now I have decided to commit suicide. I'm going to finish my life. I said, why? Then she said, because of this respiration problem. So when you will go to the sadness, respiration, difficult, asthmatic, there is one remedy, and that is the natrum sulf. And she is cured. She is having two child. I know her. She is also our student. Now she has become doctor since long back. I think I have remembered in 2010 or 2011. So it's completely, so many information is there. Such type of the information is there. The only thing is that if we know the think about the medicine, the theme of the medicine, and correlate with that particular rubric, no, it become very easy for us to treat such type of the cases.
Can I ask you one thing about the cosmopolitan in character means those who like to travel, right? So
Yeah.
if we are getting such a rubric means no other meaning for that, right?
Yeah.
How we can simply if a
Yeah.
person is like to travel means can we add him to that rubric?
No, cosmopolitan. If we are talking about the cosmopolitan, we have the rubric traveling desire. When you will go to the cosmopolitan, there is only one rubric for that. That is the traveling desire. And for the traveling desire or the cosmopolitan nature, phosphorus, one of the important remedy. Phosphorus, once it get open, it get no what you call diffused in everyone. So the phosphorus, one of the important remedy, and another one is the tuberculinum. But difference between the phosphorus and tuberculinum is that tuberculinum, it is due to the dissatisfaction, traveling and moving and changing everything. No, so traveling because of the dissatisfaction, easily get dissatisfied. But phosphorus, real cosmopolitan, diffusing nature. He tries to get involved in everyone, in everything. So the cosmopolitan nature, you will find phosphorus and tuberculinum. Other medicines are also there. The carcinosin is also included over there. But phosphorus and tuberculinum is very important for this particular type of the rubric, cosmopolitan. And you'll have to go to the traveling desire for that.
So now also you are teaching, teaching repertory, right?
Yes. I'm professor in GD Memorial Homeopathic
That
Medical
I know,
College.
that I know. And other than that, as a passion, you are teaching rubric, right?
Yes.
Okay, can
Every Sunday, I conduct free classes in my clinic, and around 10 to 15 students from the final year and third year,
offline
they used
classes,
to come.
direct
Yeah,
classes.
yeah, direct classes, offline classes every Sunday. They are coming to the clinic, and they are.
I thought it is online classes. If it is online classes, we'll also join. Anyways,
No,
Dr. Sridhara Guru, tell me, sir.
yeah.
Sir, I like to ask one question.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for a very nice and excellent session. It is very informative and very useful. But I like to ask one question. If
yes, sir.
One is if one case when we repetized Kent, we got that according to the Kent, we got the marks are different, and Boger another marks are different. By repetizing the total, calculating the final, and morning customs, there is another medicine came in the first. How we can select this case? Because you are a professor, that is why I am asking.
Yes, sir.
Cannot answer me. You are trained under Sagani sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No. So when we during the examination period, we used to ask to the doctor, student, no, 25 cases they have to report right. 5 from the Kent repertory, 5 from the Bonigasons, 5 from the Boger, and they all are having their own, the principle. So according to that, we have to select the remedy. So if we are using the Kent repertory, according to the Kent, I have to select the remedy. Whatever the grading is there, I have to consider the grading of the Kent. So if I am using the Boger Bonningasons, then Boger Bonningasons, the theory or the theme, the philosophy become more important. So accordingly, we are doing. But in synthesis repertory nowadays, along with the help of the computer, what we are doing, aggregate method. So calculating all together everything, and on the basis of totality of the marks, there are two things, no, on the basis of totality of the symptoms as well as on the basis of totality of the degree. So it depends on us that on basis of degree I'm going to prescribe, or on the basis of totality of the symptoms I'm going to prescribe. So it depends. Finally, a final decision will be mine on what basis I'm doing. But if I am considering the Kent repertory according to the Kent, I have to prescribe. If I am selecting the Bonnigeson's repertory, I have to think according to the Bonnigeson's.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Ram Pravesha. Dr. Danesh, are you?
Yeah, Dr. Dhanesh, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. It's really an excellent session, really a thrilling.
Thank you so much, sir.
Need this kind of presentations, sir, so that we can again and again understand how the rubrics being connected with the medicine and how it can be used for practice. Because there is a lot of dispute going on between which this repertory is the good, this repertory.
Yeah.
Is good. Some says can synthesis is good. Some says so many repertories.
So many
But
repertory, yeah.
the students as well as doctors will get confused to whether to move on, whether which one is the best. But in the early days of practice, people used to travel with this skin repertory and get result out of that.
Yeah.
But things are a lot of medicines were added by the so-called new generation legend doctors. We can say like that because this master and all those fellows are with the course. All those people came over here and now they are leading from the front. Am I right, sir?
Yes, sir.
We will have to look backwards and see how Ken done all these things. And
Yeah.
these were based on that way. And
Yes, sir.
as we say that in the case of potencies, new methodologies have taken place. Most of the doctors are converting into LM potencies like that, from Kent repertory to the new generation repertories. And what is your success rate while using Kent repertory and the so-called new generation repertories? And how will you
Still, yeah. If I can say, no, I totally based on the information what I have got from the stalwarts like the Kane, Boger, Bonnigeson's, Henneman, Fatak even, no. But I be very careful while using the new information. Be very careful, no, because there is no authentic sources is there. I'm not doubting their knowledge, why they have included that particular medicine and why they have created that particular rubric. No, nowadays you will find desire for the dosa is also there, but I don't know. So desire for the dosa, I don't know about that particular rubric, and I have not got any literature about that. So I be very careful while using such type of the rubric. So I believe in using the Kent repertory and the medicine and the rubric, whatever they have added in the repertory. So nowadays, if we are using this software repertory and all, no, we'll have to be very careful, very careful. And one good thing is that with this computer software, no, you can eliminate the new information, you can add the old information. So many things are there. So according to the Kent, you can repertorize. According to the the Vithal cause, you can get the ideas. According to the Rajan Sankaran, you can get the idea. So there are so many things. So you can analyze. And if like no though, so if you are getting the same medicine from the Kent, if you are getting same medicine from the synthesis, if you are getting the same medicine from the the Vithal cause, so you can rely on that. Now everybody is saying about the same medicine. So on that basis, you can say, no, this medicine is correct and this interpretation is correct. Now I can rely on that. So this way I'm doing, and success rate, I can say I'm basing on the Old Testament, old repertory, and using the new information very carefully.
very good, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Ram Parvesha, sir.
you, Dr. Anjani and Dr. Dhaneji and everyone. Namaskar and congratulations, Dr. Sanjiv Kumar Singh, on your excellent session, IFPH presentation,
Thank you, sir.
highlighting the practical correlation between rubrics and remedy and medicine. Sanjiv Kumar is a very good teacher, brilliant
Thank you, sir.
teacher.
Thank you.
According to law of organ philosophy, requisite qualification of physician, knowledge of repertory, knowledge of anatomy, knowledge of medicine, and knowledge of drugs, pharmacy, etc. Man whole cover Dr. Sanjiv Kumar Singh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
and good leader, HMI
Thank you, sir.
Bihar, president of HMI Bihar, and good leader. So very, very thanks, Dr. Sanjiv Kumar Singh.
Thank you, sir.
Very, very thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Ramparvesha. And one more student also there. I also like.
Yeah, Dr. Sanjiv Kumar Singh is a familiar.
Yes.
There is another one message from Victus. I don't know, Victus. I also like to join the class. When I was talking about about your repertory class,
Sunday class.
yeah. You can get the number.
Yes.
Yes, and you can get the number and join the direct class if you are
Sure.
around his surrounding. And for others, he will conduct the online classes in the future, right?
Yeah, sure.
And one more thing I wanted to ask, nowadays, all the children, the generation children, they are telling, oh, getting bored. Can we select the NOE? What is that rubric? NOE.
NOE.
How will categorize to that list? Simply everyone is telling, oh, getting bored like that.
No, nowadays what is happening? No, especially if we are talking about the children, they are having a different type of the problem because of this gadgets and mobile phone.
Yeah.
If they are not getting, we have one rubric. It is not included in repertory, but when you will go to the radar keynote, and when you will go to the Calcaria car, there is one rubric: convulsion due to overuse of video game. Convulsion due to overuse of video game. There is only one remedy, that is the Calcaria car. So what I am trying to say, that the convulsion means that the person or the child, they are having problem because of the use of the video game or the gadgets, or due to this Instagram and WhatsApp and all these things, what is happening, what is going on. So because of that, so the people are trying to find out the way this boredom and all, how to incorporate and how to convert into the rubrics, and what will be the medicine over there. So there is not particular any rubric, but this NU we can apply over there. Then again, the sadness is there, the anxiety is there, the loathing of life is there. We can think about in a different way. So when we start taking the case, exact meaning, try to find out whether it is loathing of life, whether it is loathing of work, the work, aversion to do the work. Yeah. Reading aversion is also there. Interest is not also there. Indifference to everything, or indifference to the going out, and so many things are there. So particularly what will be the rubric over there, we'll have to analyze. So many things are there. But the medicine also should be incorporated, like the Calcaria carb and other medicines also, which is having some we were talking about the tuberculinum, we were talking about the phosphorus. They like to travel, but they are not traveling nowadays. They are confined in the home, and they are having the problem. So we can think in a different way. In this way, we can try to find out and think.
Sir, you told that the desire for dosa, there is no, you cannot find such a rubric anywhere. But we used to say that everyone is working for your bread and butter. That means that dosa is included, chapati is included, that everything is included in that desire for bread. Am I right?
No, no,
No,
we already mentioned about
This
that,
is,
right?
no.
the point I raised here is because this is the way the new generation people are defining, redefining the rubrics.
No, but it is okay. Redefining it, it's okay. But author's thought is more important than our redefining. No,
Yeah.
what
Yes,
I
yes.
try to say that
But
the our
I think those who like more carbohydrate, they like dosa and such rotis, right?
No,
So we can carbo.
what I meant is that
Yeah,
this is the common talk. Everyone is working for your bread and butter. That means you are not. Everyone is taking bread and butter, but that means people are working for their livelihood for either it can be dosa, idli, rice, wheat, whatever may be. So that in the large sense, that may be the intention of the
that is
the
those
author.
carbohydrate lovers.
no, we can think in a different way. But when you will go to the bread, particular bread and sub rubric of that particular
Yes.
bread desire, you will
Yes.
find they are talking about the sliced bread or this
Yes,
loaf.
yes,
No.
that is the importance of going,
I think
knowing the sub-rubric,
right.
knowing the sub-rubric.
Dr. Shaila is waiting for the next session. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you so much. And you said
Thank
about
you.
criteria conversion due to overuse of
Use of video game. Video
yeah,
game.
the higher potency.
Higher potency. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
So okay, I think
I'm using LM potency, so I start with 0/3 or start usually I start with 0/3 nowadays. Previously I was just starting with 0/1, but nowadays I have started 0/3,
okay.
0/3, 4, 5 like this.
Okay. Anyway, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Knowledge itself is not enough. There is a passion behind to teach others. So you are a passionate teacher. Love you so much, and thank you
Thank you
so
so
much
much.
for joining with us. Come again with
Sure, ma'am.
more knowledge. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, and I am handing over the session to Dr. Shaila. Dr. Shaila, you're welcome. Please.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Dr.
everyone. Good night.
Sanjeev ji, and
Thank you.
Har
Thank
Ghar
you so much.
Homeopathic, Har Ghar Homeopathic. Jai Hind,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much. Thank you so
Jai
much. Thank you so much.
Homeopathic Parivar. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.